Hello everyone, this is the true 23V and welcome to my first ever Let's Play Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. This is the 8th installment of a Fire Emblem game in its series and, in my opinion, my personal favourite, as well as the best game ever created. Easily I am a Fire Emblem fan and that is why I am playing this as my first one. As you can see, I have been very busy. I've actually wanted to do this for quite a while, but I've always had like a very iffy kind of way of recording this. But you know what? I think I should just give this a try, and if there's improvements that I can do, I can improve it later. So anyway, this is a Fire Emblem game, a strategy RPG where essentially it's gonna be war in medieval times, and I love it. Well, fantasy medieval, but you know what? I don't care. If it has anything to do with swords, then it's a win for me. Anyway, I'm going to erase this one. Yeah, this was the fail recording I did a long time ago. But I think it's time to redo that recording. And if you saw that color, that was on difficult mode. And I guess I want to do difficult because I'm not gloating. Believe me, I've played Fire Emblem for like many years. Probably I played this game ever since it came out. But playing it on easy is just, I don't want to do that because it's going to be annoying. Playing it on normal would be the ideal thing, but you know, I want to show how much I love it, giving yourself a challenge, and play difficult. It's not really that difficult compared to certain other games such as Shadow Dragon and Awakening, but you know, at least you can see that I'm not the greatest. Anyway, in an age long past, evil flooded over the land. Creatures are washing the darkness tide of rain while pushing mankind to the brink of annihilation. Sorry, I had to read that fast. In its despair, mankind appealed to the heavens, and from a blinding light came hope. The Sacred Stones. Hooray! These 5 glorious treasures held the power to dispel evil. The hero Grotto and his warriors used the Sacred Stones to combat evil's darkness. They defeated the Demon King and sealed his soul within the stones. With the darkness imprisoned, peace returned to Magvel. Black screen. But this peace would not last. ... Anyway, I'm gonna let this do the talking because I'm probably gonna ramble on about things that I don't want to. So let's have the dialogue talk. The continent of Magvel. For 800 years, a quiet peace reigned in the absence of the terrible darkness. The sacred stones have been passed from generation to generation. Nations have been built around their power and their legacy. The kingdom of Renias, ruled by Fardo, the peerless warrior king. That's that guy. The kingdom of Frelia, ruled by Hayden, the venerable sage king. Well, he's not a sage, he's a ranger. The kingdom of Jahana, ruled by Ismir, queen of the White Dunes. I love the desert chapter. The theocracy of Ralston, ruled by Mansell, the divine emperor. That's actually a very significant place. The Grotto Empire, ruled by Vigor, the stalwart silent emperor. He's a big man. These 5 countries house the power of the Sacred Stones. They are joined by the emerging mercantile Republic of Carcino. Hooray, they have that's fine, republics are cool. In these times of peace, tales of past conflict have drifted into legend, and memories of the ancient dark arts have all but evaporated. It is now the year 803, and in an instant, the whole of Magvel is threatened by an unexpected atrocity. The Grotto Empire, the largest of the Sacred Stone nations, has invaded the kingdom of Renias, under the orders of Emperor Vigard. Prepare yourself, because I can't say certain names in Fire Emblem, but you know what? I don't care. That's the fun of it. You can make your own pronunciations. A long-time ally of Grado, Renias is caught off guard, unable to mount any resistance. Well, drat. This isn't good. Grado's forces move quickly, seizing one territory after another. Those were soldiers. Speaking of soldiers, compounding King Fada's worries, his son, Prince Emperor, has gone missing. He's significant. Grado's momentum carries his armies to the gate of Castle Renias itself. Renias will fall. It is inevitable. Oh shoot. Prologue. The Fall of Renias. Renias. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Players as a kid, I tried pronouncing things weird and I didn't understand. Anyway, Your Majesty, I bear bad news. The castle gate has been breached. Emperor Vigard's forces are within the castle walls. I understand. The garrison has fallen. We've lost contact with Prince Emperor and can expect no aid from his men. Your Majesty, what are we to do? What else can we do? Order your men to lay down their arms. Oh boy. Father! Erika, are you wearing the bracelet I gave you? Yes, I have it right here. Good. Seth? Yes, Your Majesty. Take Erika and head for Frelia. King Hayden is an honorable man. I trust he will keep you safe. Understood. And what of you all, Your Majesty? Wait, what of your Majesty? No, whatever. Me, I shall remain here. We have long held Grado among our dearest allies, yet now they attack? I must know why. Am I somehow responsible of this? Have I erred in my leadership? Renias is mine to guide. How could I have failed her so? Father, you can't stay. You mustn't. If you remain behind, then so shall I. Go now, Seth. Ride! Take her to safety. Yoink! Father! Forgive me, Your Highness. Gallop, gallop, gallop. Crush, crunch, 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 crunch. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh, they're gonna be... I want to see someone actually try to play this chapter. Ephraim, Erika, you must survive. And it fades. Hooray! General Seth! Friends, ride ahead and I'm using the wrong thing. Friends, ride ahead and bring word of our coming to Frelia. A single rider has better odds of passing unseen by Grado's men. Convey to the throne and all that has happened here and petition for reinforcements. Understood. Princess Erika, we must. Quickly, behind me! Whoa. Hello? You there with the girl. Tell me, would that be the wayward princess of Renias? Well, this must be my lucky day. You're a dead man. The wench goes with me. Never! Dun 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 dun. I am Volta, the Moonstone, Grado's finest general, and you're just a corpse who does not know he is dead. That's a pretty good diss. I like that rhythm. Ouch. I don't like that. God damn it. No! Run, Seth. Oh god. Such terrible wounds, and he still holds his still he holds his duty. Learn your voice acting 223 volts, you suck. Fly away, little man. Fly away. Try to outrun death. More time to save the hunt and the kill. I feel sorry for his subordinates to be under his command. It'd be like the most awkward thing in the world. Princess Erika, this way. I can see no more of Grado's men. If we've made it this far, we've surely earned a moment's rest. Please forgive my grabbing you so brusquely earlier. How'd he grab her? Oh wait, brusquely. I don't know, I'm probably saying the word wrong. Anyway, don't be foolish, Seth. If it weren't for you, I would never make it out of the castle. Sorry, voice come on. You are the reason I'm still alive. You have my gratitude. And whoever that man was, he was clearly after me. Well, no shiz. It's my fault you've received such a grave wound. Allow me to treat it. Your Highness, I can't allow an injury like this to be an obstacle. We have more important matters to attend to. We must press on to Frelia. We must fulfill His Majesty's wishes. I wonder how my father fares alone in the castle. Do you think he's safe? And what of my brother on the Grotto front? We've heard nothing from him for days. King Fado and Prince Ephraim are both valiant and brave men. I doubt even the might of Grotto Empire can hold them in check. More important to me, Your Highness, is that you look to your own safety. How sad 2 of them would be if something were to happen to you. We must reach Frelia to ensure the day of your happy reunion. Yes, of course, you're right. Until I'm reunited with my father and brother, I must not despair. You must always have hope. Danganronpa reference. Come, Seth, let us go. Once we cross that bridge, we will be in Frelia, near border Milan. Let us proceed, Princess Eriko. Your Highness, I won't lie to you, this will not be an easy ride. Please, take this rapier. If something should happen to me, you must continue to Frelia alone if need be. So we get a rapier, hurrah! Oh no. You there, Renias dogs, where do you think you're going? Grotto's men. Oh, whoops. Stand back, Princess Eriko. It's alright, Seth. You just gave him a weapon. Her weapon, oops. My brothers told me something of sword play. I'll stand with you. Okay, so here we are in the prologue chapter, and I'm going to explain this very quickly. Oh, well, as fast as I can. Control pad moves the cursor. This cursor thing here with the moving square is obviously your cursor. Press A on an empty space, or like a non-character, such as this or this, to open the menu, where you have Unit, Status, Guide, Option, Suspend, and End. Unit will show you a list of units that you have, and show certain information in this kind of fashion. Status will show you the pretty much the map, or the map mission. The objective is to defeat O'Neill. That is the goal. Shows you the turns and the funds. We are broke. I've done this for 10 minutes, so that's fine. We have 2 units, they have 3 units. He has 23 HP. Thumbs up to you, buddy. You are a great first boss. Guide is essentially the guide. I'm the guide here. That's why it's flashing green. Options. Okay, so for this playthrough, I'm actually going to leave all the animations on, but I'm going to speed up everything else. Terrain, you can flick through. I'm just going to set the, you can read little things at the below, but I'm just going to choose what I think I like the best. It's blue, orange, green. Okay, blue it is. So yeah, so that's basically the options. Suspend is like a save. If you want to save mid-game because you have to do something, or you want to just quit for now, like take a pause, you can suspend and go back to the main menu. However, once you continue the game, you begin, you lose that suspend. You cannot resume from that point ever again once you resume it once. Anyway, here we have the main thing here. If you click on a unit, you can see how far they can move. Blue spaces show the move spaces, red spaces show how far they can attack. If you press B as well, B to cancel, and if you hold B when you're doing this, you move fast. Let's see. I guess we can talk about the units. Of course, blue units are yours, red units are enemies, and we'll see green units, but we won't say anything yet. So if you press R, that's what I've been doing this whole time, bringing those menu things up. Press R on a unit to show the character menu screen. On the character menu screen, or info screen, sorry, you can press R again and show information. So this is Erika, the Princess Kingdom of Renias. She's elegant and kind. Her class, this here represents a class. She is a lord, a sword lord, for a reason I'll explain later. Noble heirs to a ruling house. They possess great potential. For now, she's of course at level 1, which is the lowest level of the game, and has no experience. In this game, when you use a unit in battle, they will gain experience. When they get 100 experience points, they will level up. And when they level up, they increase certain stats. Also, this is her HP. Big thing in Fire Emblem. If a unit dies, they die for good. Gone for good. You'll never see him again, ever, 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 unless you restart the entire chapter. And as a perfectionist, that is me. Now, oops, was not meant to do that. As you can see, she holds a vulnerary, which is actually a healing item, which heals 10 HP, but will end your turn if you use one. We have 3 of those. A rapier, which is essentially so this is a new thing. Weapons. Erika holds a rapier, and only she can use this sword. That's why next to sword there it says PRF. The RNG means her range, which is 1, aka she can only attack units next to it. The WT means the weight of the weapon, which is 5, which is actually a very light weapon. The MT is the amount of damage the weapon does on its own. The total damage is the weapon's MT plus the strength. So that's how you define the strength of an attack. The HIT is the hit percentage of the weapon on its own, and the crit percentage is the crit percentage you're going to do to the enemy on its own. Well, that's the weapon. This here is the weapon levels. As you can see, she's only an E rank in swords, which means that is the lowest level you can have. As soon as you use a certain weapon in battle, the bar will actually start filling up, and once it fills up, you are allowed to go to higher levels and use better swords. For now, she's an E, so she can't use the steel sword, which says here a D, nor so she can use a lance, because as you can see, it is crossed out, so she can't use lances. Next thing, I'll talk about stats in the next one, because I'm feeling this video is going to be very long, so stats in the next video. For now, I'm going to finish this off. So basically, what I usually do, or well, what most people do, and I do it too, is I move Erika to this point here and have Seth move the next one for supports. Supports later on, of course, but for now let's have these guys happen. An animation! Okay, so I can talk about the battle combat. Okay, so to attack unit, which I'm going to do to this guy, here's the battle menu. Before every fight you'll get this menu to see how your battle will end up, or the chances of your battle, or the likelihood of what's going to happen in the battle. So the top here is HP, which shows the HP of your unit as well as the enemy's unit. The MT shows the amount of damage you'll do to that unit, and as you can see, Erika actually has a ×2 next to it. That is because she is her speed stat is 5 times more, not 5 times, 5 more points more than her opponent, and because of that she can actually she can actually double attack, which is actually a very useful thing in the game, which means she can do 14 damage altogether. Now and he can only do 9, and because he's slower, he only gets 1 attack. The hit means the hit percentage. In other words, Erika has a 100% chance of hitting him, so it's a definite 14 damage to the opponent, and this guy has a 39% hit chance. Now, knowing my great luck, this guy's going to hit me with that stupid percentage, but I want to talk about that later. And the crit shows the crit percentage of an attack landing. When a critical hit happens, it does 3 times its normal damage, so she'll be able to do 21 damage for each crit, and it's a 40% chance of happening while he doesn't have a chance. Now, crits are what I love about this game, especially one of the main things, because a cool animation happens when you get one. I don't know if I'll get one here, but I'll try. Sweet. And yeah, so I should also mention how, experience works. When you kill an enemy, you get more experience than if you just battle it and then the battle ends. So, for now, I'm actually not going to admit, I'm not going to use Seth. Actually, I should explain Seth. Holy crap, how did I not do that? Okay, jab, jab. Sweet. Alright, now, let's talk about Seth. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Seth, he's actually an interesting unit, because as you can see, their stats are completely different, but again, I'll explain stats later. Seth, a young commander of Renias, he's calm, composed, and skilled. Now his class. Seth is actually a promoted class. There are 2 stages in Fire Emblem. You have your first tier and your second tier. Now, in a way it's like Pokemon, where one evolves into the other. Seth is essentially like an evolved unit of what we saw that guy earlier in the cutscene. His name was Franz, and he was a Cavalier. Seth is essentially the second tier or promoted or evolved unit of a Cavalier and is a Paladin, which are mounted knights with superior abilities, and they equip both swords and lances. He's at level 1, and he's hurt from a previous battle before, but that's, you know, scripted to happen. So, level 1, right. Now I should mention, he holds a pretty good, he holds a silver lance already, which is the strongest basic lance in the game. And I say basic, it's not the best lance, it's basic lance, and he holds a steel sword as well. So pretty much Seth can like solo this chapter, but I'm gonna have Erika solo because she can do it too, just at a more dangerous and slower pace. The thing with Seth, since he's a promoted unit and he's much stronger than his opponents, I do not recommend using him early on in the game. You want to make sure that other units get... Oh, how did this hit increase? I swear it was 42 before. Anyway, basically, I recommend not using Seth because all that's left is their leader. Because he won't actually gain as much experience as Erika is. For every kill Erika gets, she gets I think like 30 or so. For every kill Seth gets, he gets 4. And you can see the big difference. So essentially you're going to get a much... Because Erika's going to end up, I think, even stronger than Seth, because, you know, that's how characters work. The weaker they are, the stronger they grow. Anyway. Yeah, this is basically what I wanted to do. I forgot to mention my main trick. This guy does not move unless at the beginning of his turn his other two are defeated. That's why when I could have chosen to kill the guy, I did not, and instead have him attack me because he was still there and this guy would not have moved. Reason is because I wanted to take this space here. Now this is a forest space. Now if you've noticed, there are different types of terrain. You have plains, which are like the main battlefield. You have forests, which many foot or all ground units take advantage of. And as you can see on the bottom left there, it grants Erika 1+ in defense and 20+ avoid, so she can dodge his hit percentage by 20+%. So like, it'll minus his hit percentage by 20. And I'm gonna have Seth stand next to him again. Also, peaks. They're even better than forests, but only certain units, I think only 2. Or like one branching, one certain class tree can actually go on mountains. There are units that can fly, but they do not gain bonus weapons, but I'll probably reiterate that. But anyway, you will be the first to die. Not really, 25%. Nay, crit! And that's a good way to end this episode off. What? How? And yes, bosses, of course. Bosses, since apparently they're stronger than the other characters, they give off more experience, and that was a really good level up. Princess, are you injured? What? Oh no, I'm fine, Seth. But you look so pale. I'm fine. Fine. This is war, isn't it? What is? It's not like all the games I used to play with my brother or Leon. I didn't know it would be this savage. Are words useless? Is strength all that matters? It's so sad. Welcome to Fire Emblem. Why would the Growler Empire do this? To what end would they start a war? Princess. I love it. I love the quote-unquote just name the character, silence, and have them continue. Don't worry, Seth. I won't give in to sorrow. Let's get moving. I'm not broken, and I won't stop until I see Renios restored. I won't stop until I'm reunited with my father and brother. So yes, that was the first chapter of the game. This is the true 23 volt, and I'll be seeing you guys later for chapter 1. Bye.